All right, so the other day I got my order of CarbonX in the mail and I'm ready to go ahead and apply it to my yard. I'm really excited to try this out. This is a brand new product. This is something that is actually perfect timing for me and for my yard based on my soil test results. If you haven't seen that video, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description for that. So go ahead and check that out so you can better understand why this product is so exciting for me and why I'm so excited to start applying it to my yard and adding it into my program. But before we get started, I want to go ahead and just go over the product, what it is, what's in it, and how I'm going to benefit from using it. So with that, let's get to it. All right, here it is. This is CarbonX. This is how it comes in the bag. All that's on here is a label. As you can see, it's a 2404 analysis, which means we have 24% nitrogen. There's no phosphorus in here, and there's 4% potassium, which is great because if you remember my soil test, I don't need phosphorus. My soil is very high in phosphorus, and I don't want to be adding any more to it. So this is great. These are the things that I need and much more. Check this out. There's sulfur in here. 14% of this is sulfur. If you can remember, I had a high pH in my soil test, and the sulfur is going to help really bring that down and take care of that issue there. There's also 2% iron in here. Iron is what gives that lawn the nice deep green, almost bluish tint. And that's something that I really enjoy getting out of fertilizers. If I can find a fertilizer that has iron in it, I'm definitely going to be more drawn to that fertilizer because I really like iron. And this has it, so that's another win for CarbonX here is the iron. And then we're also getting RGS from the next products. RGS is baked into this, and so we're getting humic acid and we're getting sea kelp extract here. And those micronutrients are going to be great for the soil, and it's going to be really nice to have that, and it's a great addition to this product. And I think that's something that's really going to set this product apart from everything else, is that RGS and that root growth stimulant that we're going to get from these ingredients here. Okay, so I just want to bring this home here. This is my soil test. I have a copy of it out here in the garage. If you got a soil test done, it doesn't have to have been with Soil Savvy, it could have been with anybody else, but if you got a soil test done this year, go ahead and keep that in the garage and keep it somewhere where you can reference it really easy. That way when you're getting ready to apply your fertilizers, you know what's going to go down and what you need for your soil. That way you don't have to memorize all this stuff, you just have it at a glance ready to go. So just a reminder here, as you can see, I'm nitrogen deficient, I'm potassium deficient, but I'm right in that target area for phosphorus, so that's why I'm trying to hold back on phosphorus this year. Iron is low, we're going to get iron out of CarbonX, and the pH is high, but that sulfur is going to help bring that down. Sulfur is something that I'm really considering applying, even just on its own this year, doing a application of just elemental sulfur to the lawn to help bring this down. And of course, bringing that down is going to help bring this calcium down as well. Just so you know, that's what I'm looking at here when I'm thinking about what fertilizers I'm going to be using. I'm looking at the big three here: nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and I'm looking at the micros over here too, and the pH of course too. This is very important. This is really going to help control the others over here. So let's go ahead and open this bag up and take a look at it, and then we're going to talk about spreader settings and how I'm going to apply it. I'm gonna be using my spreader here. This is an Earthway 2050P estate spreader. I got this mainly because it holds more material and I don't have to refill near as much as I used to with my old Scott's mini spreader that I bought when I first moved in here. So definitely a nice upgrade. I've had this for a couple years now and I really like it. As far as spreader settings go, with the Earthways, I've learned from other people in the community here that it's gonna be around an 11 or a 12. So that's where I'm gonna start at today. I know that at 11 or 12, I'm gonna get around 3 pounds per 1,000 square feet, and that's the recommended application rate that's on the bag over there. So an 11 or a 12 on the Earthways. If you have a Scott spreader, I'm told the magic number for the Scott spreader is an 8. And keep in mind, this spreader setting is only for the CarbonX. It's not for any other fertilizer, not for Milorganite, not for Ringer, not for any of the Scott's products. The Scott's products will tell you right on the bag what to use. But for this new product, this CarbonX, the magic number is 8 for Scott spreaders and an 11 or a 12 on the Earthway spreaders. So that's where I'm gonna start today, is probably on a 12, and we'll go ahead and get this down, 3 pounds per 1,000. Let's get after it. All right, that's it. It's down, it's in the lawn. I'm gonna go ahead and water that in. I am gonna be turning up my watering strategy on now. I am starting to see kind of darker hazy spots and splotches throughout the lawn. And that's just a sign to me that it's time to start watering and start watering a little more regularly. Lately, I've been relying on the rains and I really haven't turned on the sprinklers. So I think it's time now that the lawn is talking and it's saying that it's time to start watering. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. And this needs to be watered in anyways. I did have some left over. For me, I have 12,000 square feet. So for me at 3 pounds per 1,000, I shouldn't really be using more than 36 pounds, which I do expect to have some left over, and in fact do have some left over here. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and use that later on, maybe in a month and a half or so, and just put that down in addition to this new organic stuff that I'm going to be trying, and it won't harm anything. I don't really like having leftover fertilizer sitting in the garage too long, so that'll just go down next time. What's left anyways will just be super light just to get it in the soil, and it should be fine. So just some general final thoughts. I really enjoyed spreading it. I really enjoyed applying it. It's black, but it has those white prills in there too. So those white prills you can actually see go into the lawn. You can see where it's flying. And with the darker products like the Milorganites and things like that, it's hard to see where it's falling into the soil and into the grass. And so I actually enjoyed using this because I can see where it's going, and it's easier for me to turn off the spreader before I turn around and go back the other way. So I really enjoyed that. Great product. I'm excited to see results. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow along and see what's going on and how these products are working for me, and how you can learn to implement these into your lawn care strategy as well. So I hope that's helpful. Really exciting time in the lawn care community to have this new product and to be trying it out. So thanks for watching, and let me know, of course, if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.